Good morning, everyone. Just packing and about to leave the Legoland hotel. This bus just after, I think it's 11:10, if I remember correctly. Unless it's a bit later, but at least 10 past seems right. So I got that to Cologne where I pick up my train. I think the first train I get, I have to change twice, but I think the first one is Danish operated and just goes to the last town in Denmark, where then I hop on to the German railway train, I say, going on to Hamburg. Then for Hamburg I pick up one for Essen, which would be his direct journey. My nervous point is the first connection, it's only 7 minutes. Yep, 7 minutes to make that. And that's changing platforms. It says platform 1, platform 2, so hopefully that is correct. So, looking for 11 minutes past. Need to double check all this. Need to get my lights sorted. That's making me nervous. Hamburg, I can be a bit more relaxed. Also, if the train's delayed in any way, and that's going to cause problems. Just missed that. Besides, just an annoying fly the last few days. Flying around this room. So I'm just going to finish off packing that and then make sure everything's easy to grab. Like my camera. I'll probably block on the trains and that as I'm going on. Be easy. Okay, hello. I'm taking a picture with the camera and standby when it's on the train. It's on my train trip. It's basically second route. Because I'll explain that in a second. Basically, after leaving the Legoland hotel, getting the bus and that. Also, while buffet, while Taurus says, seeing things, especially confused during arrival. The staff at the reception on the arrival actually got confused and instead of should have been just one token for the first night, instead of gave me 2 letters. Okay, and that confusion I ended up having to pay like that. Fair enough. Yeah, especially I was confused. It was a bit too much to pay the price to pay for the dinner arrival. So you get treated. And this is good, especially for demo. So, don't have especially when I got dessert, started main course and dessert for €34, which is, there's no drink, so maybe a bit dear in a sense, right? Cheap on the ear. Because I had my drink. Which for a big bottle is about €6, €6.50. Thinking maybe a bit more, €7 maybe. Okay, maybe not. Didn't seem too easy at the time or too dead, especially when it's labelled. And also I need it, especially first time I was really thirsty, not going. So I need just need to check and just. I was looking at my AAB, so there's nothing there. I just want to make sure that I wasn't being charged twice for the full hotel and pack, because I paid for it. It's just I need to check, especially I better check to see if I use the MasterCard. I'm gonna have to ring up tomorrow. Because of the delay of the trains, it's now basically fairly. So, just quickly to recap, especially before I go to bed. Okay, it's after 10, I need to go to bed soon. I'm balancing out as well. The fact that I also just eaten soon, so I need to let that digest a little bit as well. Also, I need to check this hotel whether booked breakfast or not, or breakfast is included or not in the thing. If it's not, then I better find. I have to think of somewhere. He's trying to find somewhere in the morning to book that. So better check it. But I got the bus like it's always how it's fairly decided, especially with it's raining. So decided at the shelter. In fact, I was there like the truck kind of went through a puddle and splashed it up a bit, but it didn't get me because because of the size of the track now. I was further back. But if the bus was coming behind, I was moving out, I'd have probably got hurt. Just didn't ease off from the puddles. So got the bus. Basically, there was only 2 people on the bus for most of the journey. One person got on. No, actually, when I first got on the bus, there was 3 people. One person got off just outside Buried on the outskirts, I think. Then there was only 2 people, and then one of this person got on, and then basically got off in this village. So basically, for the most of the journey, it was only 3 of us. At least 2 at face that, like if you count from the airport and near the airport, it would have been 2. And then at the Legoland was a 3rd person, me, gone. Being like, so the bus is not that packed. Except, actually, last time I used this coming from the airport, at peak times, Swoosh probably went more through better than that, along past the Lego factory. And so, after the factory buildings, because I've never seen the Lego bricks. But I think that's rush hour, like people finishing work and that, then picking up the bus. Well, this time it was early in the day, after kind of late morning when I was picking up the bus, so probably wasn't that busy. Not many people going. One person was going for the train, I think. We all got for the end of the line. He did stop and then open the exit door, but no one got off. Maybe he thought I was getting off. But I was going for the train, so I reached the train station. In fact, when I got to the train station, so for the bus area, that felt changed since 5 years. It looks better. It kind of was more kind of very basic in that way. When I was looking over the hotels when I was waiting in the main part of the station, I kind of got the feeling there's some changes there. Like, was there banking there when I was in the hotel? Or maybe it kind of looked small. But then I never really bought it or something. And it looks like small windows swell towards the front. Did they move the bathroom? Or are there something else that maybe I missed? Definitely light didn't really get in, so there's blind. I see there, so that's more of a mystery. We'll have to probably stay in the hotel again to find out if it has changed. Then again, probably might have changed. It's still the same hotel and that. And the library at the back is still there. So that hasn't changed. Probably a bit of in fact, Condon, then I think is the way it's pronounced. Or Colden, I think might be the correct one. Sorry, picking up off the bus driver, trying to remember exactly. Might be the correct pronunciation than what I was being calling it. But also it felt more like bigger than I remember. Maybe I was in a small part of it. Or maybe I did go through the whole lot and that. Yes, I remember. I know there's the shopping centre on the outskirts, which I don't really get to, and that, especially not really. So, basically, also the train came. There's one 3 minutes in front and then my one, but both was saying like go to Zone C for the train, and carriages 11, 12. And then the other one's 21 and 22. But when I actually came in, it was actually first train came in and thought, okay, this is not my one. Until I actually spotted the train actually split into two. So the first two carriages were going on to the other destination, leaving 3 minutes before my train, which actually left a bit late, but managed to get there on time. One of the things, because it was like a map on the Danish roads, I thought the place was changing Flansburg, I think hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, than the correct local pronunciation. I actually thought it was in Denmark because it's on the Danish railway map. But when I got off and gone to the German railway, I actually spotted, actually, it's not in Denmark, it's actually in Germany. The Denmark train comes over the border and stops there in Germany. Where then you pick up the German train. Platform, basically it was on platform, so it came platform 1, my train, and platform 2 is the other. So the short time they have wasn't as bad as I thought. Because you just walk across the platform, which means you could do it in 7 minutes. And also the train that, well, it had the latest, it managed to get there on time. Because the originally arrival time and that. And then the other train left in 7 minutes. Especially walking down, had time to pick a carriage and make sure you get in the right spot and that. And then get settled. So that's great. On the second train, the interesting bit, when I came past the station, kind of major one, well, a lot of students gone, I think, college maybe. You went underneath like a viaduct, looking up, it was quite high over the river and that. I thought, well, that's really a high track. And eventually, well, I just started thinking, is that a separate line, or is that one part of the line we were about to go? Could go up in this spot. And eventually after a while it got really high, and looked down, saw the track underneath where it came from, and looked down the river, just to make sure it wasn't a different bridge, just as high, which it wasn't. Couldn't see the other one. So concluded that we went around and spiraled to get height to cross the river, which I'm not sure if it's the Rhine or another river. Geographically, I don't think it might be the Rhine. Judging where it was, looking at a map of Germany then, well, in the German area, the other train I got. So, got to the place, managed to get lunch, fairly late lunch, 2 sandwiches and a drink, which kept me going. Got the inner city train. The only problem I found is looking for your carriage number, which is only supposed to stand. I started in 1A and then realised when I saw this is going a bit too far, I started walking up, and then when I got up a bit I saw carriage 8, or was it 7 and 6, and then as soon as 8, I think it was carriage 7, times the train slowed down, and 6, then realised which direction it's supposed to continue on. Which being handy would have like A, B, C, D, E, and F sounds. Wherever the carriage stops, like estimated to stop beside the sign C, they should have that carriage number there, so you can estimate where you are on. Okay, so carriage 9 is stopping in zone C, and carriage 6 is zone B, no D. So I should be just close to zone C to catch my train carry, which would be helpful actually. There's a lot of people that have to run that because they don't know exactly where your carriage is. At least a lot of other people, especially if you're not used to it. Right. The other thing, the train left a bit late. Actually, somewhere down the line, it ended up being even more late to the point that, unfortunately, there was an announcement made, couldn't quite catch, because there's some people talking. Also, the people that were like talking very loud, saying goodbye to someone. In general, I couldn't catch the English translation on this announcement guy. But it turned out like the train, because of its late running, they decided to stop in Essen to skip on to Düsseldorf, I think. A few of the stops in between. It stopped at Darmstadt. I had to get off there and get a train. The stop, because of the thing, when I eventually got like information, I thought, I have to get off this train. I thought I had to get off at the stop. I had to pick up the local train. But the time I got my bags and the doors were already closed, which actually was maybe a helpful thing at the end, because it turned out it wasn't stop. It was stopping at Darmstadt. The stop that I ended up changing at, where I could pick the Ensign train up. So I was over panicking, especially finding these stations cancelled. You think, you have to go off here and pick up another train. At that point, thinking there's no more stops until about Cologne, I think. That's what I thought. But it turns out to be another one. Also, the people that were talking, that ended up helping me. Well, at least were another woman like who was able to speak English, and especially sound like maybe being at least always was speaking English and that. And this guy also had German. There's people who were German, but they ended up getting up to stop where I had to change. So I was kind of confused. It was, especially sometimes when this announcement being made, it'd be, no matter where you are in the world, especially to be nice and considered and be quiet so people can hear us, especially if it's very low and that. Trying to catch us in that. It's not just so I went up on Regional Express, which actually was later. In fact, the time I got to the station before was 2 minutes after she arrived. Later down, she arrived in Essen, and then I had to get that. So I was closer to 9 probably the time I got to the hotel. I'm just now, it's now closer to 11. In fact, I want to get to bed shortly. So I'm just looking at the bed. Whoa. Okay, it's set up for a single person. It's actually just one pillow in the middle of the bed. So it's going to take a lot of room to climb over. Unless I bring the pillow over to one side. Then the double sheet is, well, it's 4.5. But I'm going to keep it that way. Kind of acts like a single sheet. Well, the hotel Legoland, it was 2 single sheets, and also not forgetting about the gap in the bed. Actually, I better check this bed. Make sure there's no gap in that. Especially the fissure locks. One no solid. Okay, that's good. There's no gap in that. The one in Legoland was like 2 single beds, just pushed together. As what's been said, walled kind of fissures, kind of travel and that. Basically saying about finding out the gap. Also, there's another peasant doing the one for England, like on that. But I have to disagree. Like he says, it's very easy to do a weather forecast for England. It's always raining, but there's plenty of days when it's dry and that. You can never know; it could change as well. So it's not always raining. You might, especially in the summer, you might find that you bring over a heavy coat and you don't need it. Especially it is a Friday. So that's what I disagree on that. Also, safe to walk from the main train station to the hotel. I just need to look up exactly where I am in relation. I know it passed 2 tram stops, but the question is the second one connected to the U-Bahn? If it is, well, I think it is. If it's either that or it's just a tram line stop. There's a U-Bahn sign, but then it's a tram, just mentions tram on the stairs at the bridge. So that's confusing. Unless the U-Bahn stop is preferred. I think I saw it on the lift actually. But that's another thing I need to check out. If this is exactly the interchange stop, then there's a restaurant near here that I was seeing a lot in last time, which is handy. Also, there's plenty of restaurants, and there's a restaurant in the hotel, which I know serves food, which is grand as well. Also, important I must check to see if I've if I have breakfast as part of this. Okay, that's guessing for me. Also, hopefully I can get uploading. I thought I would have time tonight and that, except I'm also tired as well. Just maybe went to bed too late when I was in Legoland to catch up on sleep and that, even though I was getting up late. Especially loss of sleep in my first hotel. And also the Sunday night over doing on the buffet wasn't a help either to getting up on sleep. The last 2 nights I shit really got to bed early. I was fine sleep on the train as well. Of course, if I had the camera on the second train, I was sitting beside the window on the right side for getting those views. If I realised and suddenly saw that, hang on, this bridge, I would have got a shot on it and take the view in it. Especially then it could show you incorporation, but unfortunately it didn't. So now I have to just get unpacked. Also, I must have said yesterday in Legoland. Don't know if I said on my previous one, yesterday's video, but look, I didn't change my clothes. Well, change my clothes. I mean, my jumper tracksuit to the clean ones, because when I got a hot dog, the thing started dripping and I went over my chain. I had to sponge. I had to use the sponge on the jacket since it's only 1.5. Actually, one thing I was disappointed when I opened the sponge. It was just a plain sponge. It wasn't in the shape of a dragon's foot, which I thought it would be nice church if it was, and that. Especially where kids are concerned, they really enjoy the sponge thing. Excuse me, sorry. Just spit it in. So, one thing I'm going to check. Also, I need to power up my battery in the phone so I can use that lamp. Once I've done that and checked all the stuff on it, I'm definitely going to check the map of Essen subway and just check the station, the tram stop. See if it is the one, like I was saying. If it is, it's great. So tomorrow I didn't vlog on the train, kind of got nervous. But definitely I'm going to take some vlog during Essen and that kind of give you an idea. I'm going to try and split it up training over 4 days. 3 days at least. I should about the 4th. I know last year and the year previous 3 years ago when I was there for the first time, a 4-day ticket is cheaper than buying 3 one-day tickets. Which means if you're only using a 4-day ticket for 3 days, it's still cheaper to buy than getting 3 single days. So if that's the same price, then the 4th day is not really. I don't have to really go on the 4th day. I can do something else. But I have to open my options. I might consider, if I've done a lot of the exhibitions and that while getting around, I might consider. Well, at least I know there's a late church service in English, so I might consider going to that and then heading on in the afternoon to the Essen. I'll see you by the end of Saturday night what my plans are.